Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time I have all top 16 deck profiles from the most recent LCS that happened over the weekend, and let's just hop right in. So this is the first place list. This stuff's pretty standard here. Like I'd say like all of these are pretty standard, and then like for their hand traps, they play 3 Nib, 3 Gamma. Probably the most like high impact hand traps in the main deck at least. This deck can't play something like Shifter. These are pretty good. And then we see like Tanky, Bird Call, playing the Avian over Statue. I think everyone's doing that now. And then they're playing the Dinotherium, which works with Small World extremely good. I saw this being tested, I want to say yesterday. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Tub was the one that came up with this idea, or someone that was around him. And then we also see like Cosmic. It's an out to Mystic Mine, and also I don't know who this is, Arakado, but thank you for playing Cosmic over Order. So many people are like, oh, I play Order because it's an out to Mystic Mine, and if I draw going first, I win. But it's like, if you're going first, you should already be doing extremely well. So you should play the card that works better going second, right? Makes sense. Cosmic over Order in main deck, 100%. If it's just you're out for Mystic Mine, 100% I think Cosmic's better. So that's nice to see. Side deck, see like the Harpies, like his card. You literally flip this card and it says skip turn. The extra deck, let's see if there's anything weird here. They are playing the 2 Omen. Seen a lot of people, like personally, I was playing the 3 of these over the second Omen. And then going on to the second place list. This list is wild. They're playing the Scrap Orcus deck. I mean, honestly, the list isn't like wild. It's honestly like a pretty standard list for this deck. If you remember seeing this deck like a few months ago, like we saw this list on the channel a lot actually. So like the list isn't like crazy, but it's just the fact that like they did so well with this deck. Cause I guarantee nobody was expecting to see like Orcus do super well at this tournament. We also see him side decking the Fossil Dig. I guess this is just for going first, cause this is like going second stuff. And if you're forced to go first and you like have Crescendo, you have the scrap package on the deck, so then you can like pop off harder. Yeah, nothing too wild here, but definitely cool to see this. Hopefully, I get sent a replay with this deck being played, just because I want to show this deck off. Because this deck was fun to show off even like a few months ago, so probably fun to show off now. Going on to the third place list, we have Bank 2 Keck W. Feeding like Bank 1 W, but Bank 2 Keck W. So you see the main deck TC Boo. This is being more and more popular as you flip this card, and it's extremely good, and it's good going like it's really good going first, and then going second it's not even like that bad. We see him only playing 9 going second cards because like this would be the spot of like a Nib or something, but they decided to play this. Rest of the main deck seems pretty like standard. We don't see Mystic Mine in the main deck or the side deck. I see Cosmics. This card is good versus back row. Plays around the Heavenly Prison. Same with Evenly. While also hitting like this. I mean, it hits a lot of things. It hits like the artifact package that a lot of people were over prepared for this tournament. Extra deck. We see like no super poly or anything like that. We don't see the aerial, so we only see the 1 app clone. So they're playing the second Elder. And then going on to the fourth place list, I can't even say this person's name. Nervin Kai. And then they have 3 Alistair, 3 Meltdown. Yeah, they're playing like the 12 hand traps here with the Gamma. We see Terraforming Mystic Mine. So they have a lot of going second cards, especially compared to other people's lists. Like they have the 12 of these, and then they also have like the Mystic Mine, and since they're playing Mystic Mine, it makes Terraforming to go in second card. I just love that so much, that like Mystic Mine in a deck list, like you add 1 going second card into the deck, and then like now Terraforming's purpose is not just for like Meltdown. It also grabs a going second card and it just this card's so good. And then going on to the side deck, we see Token Collectors. Not like a lot of people are not prepared for this right now in Sword Soul. Hand trap specific cards, like what I mean by that is like Token Collector for Sword Soul, Cycle Reader for Drytron. People just aren't expecting those kind of cards right now. They're expecting more like generic hand traps. So, say a lot of people aren't too prepared for Token Collector. But, you know, there is still like the Droplet, the Chalice, like those cards that can go ahead and stop this card. And those cards are being more and more popular. Well, not Droplet, but Chalice. And I think people are starting to realize that like hand traps are better because versus Phantom Knight, neither of those cards do anything unless if you draw like multiples or like combinations, I should say. The Bird deck, which is super scary, he even got first place in this tournament. He just Dropless doesn't affect them unless if you're discarding a trap, and like there's just not a lot of traps in a lot of deck lists right now. Like even this deck list, there's 5, and 3 of them are imperm. So then you have to have like a 3 of plus one of the traps going second, which like, you know, increases the chance because you draw 6, but like it's not an easy thing to do. Like you're not going to see it every game or even every other game. Looking at the extract, we see like the double Elder, again, like no super poly target, they're not playing like the Madness or anything. Whoa, this list is wild. Like organization. People always make fun of my organization, okay? I know this is like a troll, but let's see. Is there any like cool text? Like we see Scythe in the main deck, Small World, Midfield Breaker. Now going over the going second cards, we have Imperm, Droplet, Droll, Nib. The one Nib is actually really good in this deck. You can search it off Gallant, or you can use it to like connect with Small World. And then side deck, extra deck. So there we go. We see the targets for the Ready Fusion and Instant Fusion. We didn't get to see these in the video I recorded with this deck. By the way, this person lost round 1 and still got 5th place. Hey, shout out to them. So I mean, they must have had. I mean, you know, they obviously did fairly well after that round 1. See, like, the Cupid pitch combo. Another Bird player. See, like, dotKuro on their list. 9 hand traps. Not playing any, like, the super high impactful ones. Oh, it's like Droll can be high impact, but it depends what you're playing against. I guess you could say the same about, like, Nib, but I feel like in general, more Nib is higher impact. See Desires. Oh, this is Tub. Maybe Tub didn't find out the Small World thing. I was told that it was Tub. Fair enough. Maybe I was just getting trolled with just because like Tub always says like buy my bird spreadsheet. But yeah, you even see Joe say spreadsheet. And then looking at the extra deck, we see 3 of the XYZ. They're not playing the Appaloosa. Playing the 2 Omens. I like how like everyone's extra deck in this deck is always like 1 or 2 cards different. Like a lot of the extra deck is super standard, like standard. 2 of these are standard, Amarash standard. Like there's just so much standardness in this deck. But yeah, honestly, I thought this deck was going to do extremely well at the tournament just because people right now, honestly, I gave people less credit. I did not think people were going to be playing as many hand traps. I still thought people were going to be on like more going second cards, like harder going second cards instead of hand traps. And I think hand traps are just like way better right now because like the hard going second cards are almost always just not that great compared to hand traps where like I think they just always do what they want to do. Especially with like a deck like this, they're not even playing Oath, which I guess is fair because you play Oath to beat the Dark Ruler and Droplet, right? But then if people stop playing the Dark Ruler and Droplet, what's the point of playing Oath? I like that. As like formats change, I like it when stuff like that happens. Same with Droll. Like, what will happen is if Droll's like good in a format, people will main deck 3 Droll, and then people play around Droll, and Droll gets taken out of the main deck, and then when people aren't playing around it, you put it back into the main deck, and it's great. I love it when stuff like that happens in a format. Ooh, this is a small list. It was small world too. Honestly, I'm surprised that this card didn't get bought more when it was cheaper. Like, I felt like it's kind of obvious. Like, Small World's only going to get better over time. Like, literally every set that comes out, Small World gets better. Because there's more targets with it. There's more ways to, like, connect to another thing at some point. I mean, I get it. Like, this card will probably get... Doesn't this card get reprinted in, like, a year in the Megatons? I don't know. But it'll probably be used a lot before then. It's a pretty strong card. But I also main decking the Protoss, which I feel like is becoming a little bit more standard, which is fair, especially in like a tournament scene, because in a tournament scene, wow, this, like, it's really good going first if you know what your opponent's on, but then also going second. If you can summon Protoss and Protoss effect, call whatever they're on, they're not doing anything next turn. Only playing the 6 going second cards here. Obviously, like, Vishuda is also like a going second card, but not really like these. Playing the 3 vessels. Extra deck. You don't see anything weird in here. Like Ready Rose. Some people have been dropping that card. I think that card's still pretty decent. It's not like 100% necessary, but it's definitely a decent card. You may see another bird deck, playing the Small World Dinotherium package. They are playing these going second cards. Well, not called by, but these going second cards. Only playing the 2 Wagtail and 2 Nerval. Also main decking the Oath. And then they're only playing 1 Omen. And they are playing the 3rd XYZ over it, and then they just have Appaloosa over here instead of over there. And then it's not really too much to go over in this list. Like, we kind of went over a list that looked almost exactly similar. Hey, there's the Triff list. We see Joker at 2. Honestly, crazy. I didn't even know this card was at 2. I really didn't. I thought they put this card to 3. This card is really at 2? I thought it went to 3 last list. That shows you how much I pay attention to this deck. I mean, deck doesn't look bad. I mean, you know, I don't like the 41. There's probably some way to cut that down. Is there... Oh, yeah, because Souls would be searchable off of that. Okay, yeah. I was like, why would they play 1 of it? But fair. If it's searchable, you don't really need it otherwise. Like, fair. And also, if you play, like, 3 of that, 3 Prosperity, those can conflict. But I guess you just Souls get rid of Prosperity anyhow. Alright, we see, you know, 0 going to second cards in the deck. We did see Triff being able to break some boards, though. Was able to break some boards. Not a lot of boards are super strong versus Pendulum right now, because they're ending on just, like, monster negates for... Well, I guess it really depends, like, what deck you're playing against. Like, every deck just, like, plays differently right now. We're in a really diverse format. Like, a really diverse format right now. Just gotta get, like, more solved. Oh, they play 2 Floor? Oh. Wait. Oh, I felt like in one of the videos there was a way for them to go for the second Floor. But I guess it's fair enough. Like, if you're going for a Floor on your turn, and, like, you get hit with, like, a hand trap, you negate it, and then you have, like, Needle Fiber Dagda, and then you go ahead and do, like, the TG Scythe play, and you go into a Floor, and you still have another negate. Also, Floor's, like, really, really, really good. Especially, you can, like, use the other effect to tag out the special summon out Scythe from the graveyard. Like, nobody knows about that effect. And it's, like, such a good effect. It makes it that way, like, on your next turn, if you aren't able to, like, completely pop off and end the game, which usually you can, then you can re-put them under the Scythe Lock. But going on to the next list, I don't even know what this card is. Wait. No. I can't recognize it by the art. Is this an alt art? Do I just not know what this card is? Or this card? Maybe I don't know what these cards are. But I kind of feel like it's an alt art. I really don't know. But, see, like, Trap, Earth Machine top, playing 41. Alright. Like, I don't know why they main decked Order. I guess that's just their Out the Mystic Mine. And then, yeah, going on to the side decks. Yeah, Alpha's in there. Not a lot of people are playing that. Pankratops is getting more popular. Seems like Sky Striker players play it as, like, more ways to out the anti-spell. Extra deck. Oh, it just looks so junky. It's just so spread out. Like, just like one Gear Giant X over here, one over here. Like, I get it. My decks look weird, but not like this. But alright, going on to the 11th place list. We have, someone's commented, one invocation. Well, to be fair, personally, I found that not a lot of people are playing Lancia. You don't really need multiple invocation. It's like, even then, like, if you summon Alistair and your invocation gets hit with, like, a Lancia, you can still get back to your Alistair through something like Schism. Because Schism can banish for window and an invocation can grab back. This card is just really bad to draw. And anyone that says, no, this card's great to draw, makes it so you play through Imperm. Well, okay, if it's really great to draw, why aren't you playing 3 of it? You know? I get it. Playing multiples of it also increases the chance, like, of seeing it off Prosperity after Alistair gets stopped. But we can see 6, 8, 11 hand traps and Cosmic. 2 Ecclesia. They're playing the Small World. Seen so many people on this card. Mystic Mine there. Sound like the same extra deck that a lot of other people were on. Except, hold on, let me go back. I'm pretty sure they were just playing, like, the one window, though. Yeah, they were just playing the one window. And they were just playing the 2 window over, like, the second Elder. But going on to the 12th place list, we have Tri-Brigade and Melfi. I really don't get why people like the Tri-Brigade and Melfi stuff in this. I really don't. Also, look at this person. Why they say this is Melfi? Only 2 Melfi monsters in this deck. Oh, they just don't know. They don't know. But yeah, looking at the list, it doesn't really seem like there's anything that crazy about it for the main deck, or the side deck, or the extra deck. I guess Mrs. Radiant, but nothing like too wild about this list. I've always seen this list, something similar to this, be bouncing around a lot over the last couple months. Really died down recently though, but we see the Ariel on the side deck here. They're only playing the 1 app clone though. 2 Winda, 2 Elder, the Omega. So yeah, they're not playing. They're playing the Caliga. They're not playing the Purgatrio or the Raijin. Side decking the summon limits. See, like, the Mystic Mine there, the 2 Ecclesia. Some going second cards. Alright, a lot of these lists look pretty similar. Not, like, too far off, except for, like, maybe, like, Small World stuff. Some people on that, some people not on that. I don't think we've seen any of these Invoked players play Droplet, though. which a lot of people thought was like a super, 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 super good card, but it's not like super great. They're playing. Oh man, this list is trash. You're playing 6 going second cards, and just playing 2 boots. Yeah, like you're playing not enough going second cards. Like, I don't know. I don't agree with not a lot of going second cards. I think you need a decent amount of going second cards. Otherwise, like every deck that goes first right now is pretty strong at going first. Like pretty strong. You need to be able to stop that. Like you could just like take these out. You don't need tour guide. You don't need 7 normal summons in your deck. You're playing 3 Torn Skills, 3 Tour Guide, and a Rhoda. You don't need 7. I get all Rhoda is a starter / extender. This card's really good. Probably like the best card in the deck, to be honest. Side decking the artifact package. I guess like game 1, if you just like combo and don't go for artifact, then game 3 they might not have like their cosmics in versus you, depending on like what deck they're on. You know, some decks like the invoke deck probably would, just because they have to hit like anti-spell, otherwise they're gonna have a rough time. Extra deck, playing like the Evil Storm Nightmare. And then going on to the 15th place list. Hey, Roberto! Whoa, everyone's been asking for this list forever on the channel. The 42 card Dragon Link deck. Well, here you go. We got 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm, 3 Talents, 3 Droplet. This isn't the list that plays Gamma in the main. Pretty sure he was playing Gamma in the main before. I'm pretty sure that was the card that he was drawing every time. See, like 2 Black Metal. The 1 anti-spell, 2 Evenly, 2 Lancia. Plays the rank 8 that locks out from graveyard. I forget its name. I forgot how to say it, I should say. Yep. Not too insane of a list. 2 Tracer, not 3. 3 Nocto. Just trying to go over like the different things of the deck. Playing the Chamber and the 2 Tiding. And then the last top cut deck profile. This is the 16th place. Eldritch player playing 3 Lord. They're playing the 5 Pots. Cursed, Black, White. They're playing the 3 TC Boo, the 2 Gozen. So weird deck list. Like, I'm not just saying that because like I dislike Eldritch. This is just this like even for Eldritch players, you gotta admit this is weird. Like they're playing 2 Punishment, 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, 2 Torrential, 2 Gozen. But why? Right? Like 2 Anti-Spell, 2 Harpies, 2 Heavenly. I just don't get why you'd play 2 of these. Because, like, realistically, out of, like, these 6 cards, there's, like, gotta be, like, if you had to rank these 3 traps from, like, the best, the second best, and then the worst, you would just be like, okay, this one is the best, so I'm going to max out on it. I don't know. I just wish it's just such a weird list. I just keep like looking over it and it's wild. Playing the Dunk. This card's cool. Nothing else that wild in the list. We see some targets for like punishment. But yeah, that is it for the video. Pretty sure if I just press next. Yep, we go back to the first place list. Wonder how that 1 main deck Cosmic worked for him. Not to instantly lose the Mystic Mind deck game 1. Yeah. That is fair, but I'm pretty sure most Mystic Mind players, like people that play that card right now in the main deck, realize to not sit on the card for the entire game and try to go for deck out, since a lot of people have now started main decking 1 Order or 1 Cosmic. I think if you're playing Mystic Mind in your main deck, you don't sit on it for very long. You just use it as like activate, wait a turn or 2, and then proceed to play. by like setting a Mystic Mine or activating Droplet, getting rid of Mystic Mine, or activating a different field spell over Mystic Mine. You know, something like that. Something like that. Or even like this deck. This deck can play Mystic Mine pretty well. If you Mystic Mine into a field, you just like go for the XYZs and just burr. But that is it, and make sure to go check out Luxury Gaming on Facebook. I'll leave a link down below in the description so you can go ahead and check them out. I appreciate them for all the content that they have given me over the weekend. And DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.